charge you at the end of the month one lump sum. And I don't like moving like that. I like when a purchase is made, like the money needs to be removed from my account. Hi guys, it's PS Love Jess here. Today I want to talk to you all about the basics, what I use to run my business. So if you watch my previous videos, you know that I'm a new small business owner embarking on a very new and really kind of foreign journey. But it has been an exciting time and I love learning. So it's been really cool to kind of experience, learn, and grow in an area that I am unfamiliar with in a lot of ways. So I wanted to come on today and share what I use to power Preeminent Soul. And since for the most part I do run Preeminent Soul by myself, I do have to give credit to my husband. He helps like organize stuff and he helps make sure things have a structure because he has that kind of brain. He's an engineer, so he has that kind of brain and it works out well. But in terms of like the day-to-day of Preeminent Soul, that's pretty much me. And so I have a few things that I think have been super helpful for me that I want to share with you all. And of course, if you don't know, I am chronicling my journey. And so that is why I'm doing these videos so that I can look back on them years from now and say, wow, Jessica, you really come a long way, but also to help other people too. So we'll start out with like the very, very basics. Who does my website hosting? So I know that there are a lot of like large companies that do website hosting, and I actually found out about my company through my sister. Excuse me, and I really like them because of course there are ways to like upsell you on things, but some of the basic things that I feel like should just be included and not cost you like $75 million are included. So I use Ionos, Ionos. So they do my hosting. They also provide my website hosting as well. So or my email address, not website hosting, my email address hosting, and it is not an additional fee. So unless you want to like increase your storage or have multiple people using an account. So it is kind of all bundled in. And I think my domain name or something was like $1 for the first, I don't know. It was like, it's really affordably priced. Like it's really reasonable. And like I mentioned, the Preeminent Soul, like the Jessica BC at preeminentsoul.com, like that is included. Which I think is just professional. I think it's professional to have like the email address that corresponds with your business and not like at gmail.com. So if you are interested, check them out. Like I said, I've had a really positive experience. Anytime that I've had challenges around like connecting stuff through Shopify, which we'll get to in a second, they've been incredibly helpful. So I really like Ionos for my website hosting. So that's number one. Number two, I just mentioned, the platform that I use to run my business is Shopify. So I know a lot of people are familiar with Shopify. I know there are also some other options, and I looked into like Squarespace. But I ended up going with Shopify because they could meet my needs right now, and they could also meet my needs for what I kind of foresee Preeminent Soul becoming. So I'm on like the cheapest Shopify plan. I think it's $30 or $40 a month or something like that. And what I really like about Shopify is that they don't hold a monopoly on all things Shopify. Like, so you can add apps from different developers, from different businesses that help run your business. And by that, I mean, so through my Shopify website, I could use, I think it might be called like Shopify messaging or something like that to send out my email blasts. But right now I'm trying a different app called Seguno, I think is the name of it, where I send out my email blasts to those people who have signed up for my listserv. Shopify actually, I think, is very user-friendly. So I did pay someone to set up my initial Shopify store, and I also did not use a free template because I just wanted my store to have kind of a certain feel, and that's not to say you can't get that from a free template, but the template that I ended up purchasing, I just really liked the overall look of it, and I liked how it made my store look. So I think that the template that I purchased was $180. And I had a developer kind of start or create my website. Now, one thing about me is that I don't, and I actually will probably do a video about this, kind of every step of my business, I want to know what happens. And I want to know if I can, how to do something. And so I paid this person to do my website, and they did a great job, but I ended up kind of going in there and finishing it up myself. And I still paid them, but it was good for me to know and to kind of walk through how to set up a Shopify website or a Shopify store. So for me going in and looking at everything, very, very user friendly. Even now, sometimes I will message him and I'm like, hey, I can't figure out this. And then he'll say, okay, give me a second. And then I'll keep playing around with it and I'll figure it out. So I really like that Shopify is user friendly. And I like that you can, like I mentioned, integrate other apps from other companies in Shopify to help you run your business. I also like, and with the basic plan that I have, I get a certain level of analytics, but I know if I move up into another plan, the analytics package, it gets a lot bigger. But what they provide me right now is really, really useful. And they also include like tips, and they use your actual information based on your store. So here recently, they've been telling me that I am in the top 19% of stores that, in terms of traction, I'm in the top 19% of stores that opened or that launched the week that I launched, which is really cool. But then it says something about, there's a tip for me on how to convert visitors. So I like that they use your actual like analytics to give you tips and pointers on ways that you can improve your business. Because that's what it's all about, right? You're not running a business, or you're not considering running a business for yourself. You want to create something to give to other people, to make you happy and to make them happy as well. So I definitely like how helpful, how user-friendly, and how informative Shopify is overall. So I use Ionos, I use Shopify, and then the third thing that I want to talk about is who I use shipping with. So I really researched this a lot before I decided to go with this particular company. And what made me go with this company is that with Shopify, what I learned through videos and through reading is that when you ship through Shopify, they charge you at the end of the month one lump sum. And I don't like moving like that. I like when a purchase is made, like the money needs to be removed from my account. So Shopify bills you for everything at once. And some people might really like that, and I think that that's great. But for shipping, I use Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is free. I know some people that use Shippo, which I think is a really cool platform too. They do charge for like every package. It's a nominal fee, like it's super small, but I went with Pirate Ship, and I really like Pirate Ship. And it is completely free to use their services. Of course, it's not free to ship. So you put in like the dimensions of your package, you get your scale, you put in how much it weighs, and then they calculate the shipping based on what you put in. And again, that's super user friendly, and because it's an app through Shopify, it's all integrated. So once someone makes a purchase and I package that order, and then I prepare a shipping label, I just click, I think it says something like buy or like get cheaper shipping or something. So I click that, and then it takes me to Pirate Ship, and Pirate Ship has all of the information already integrated. And so I just put in the package size, the weight, and then I purchase the label, and it charges my card immediately, and I like that. I also like, and I'm sure you can do this through Shopify, but I'm not Shopify shipping or any other shipping platform, but I'm not familiar with those like I am Pirate Ship. But I can change my address on Pirate Ship. So I have like my personal address on there, which is not what I use, and then I have my business address. So I use a Rollo thermal printer. And so once I print the label, it has like my business address, then who the package is going to, and I do use like one of the thermal printer labels, heat printing, I think maybe. I use the Rollo, and I like it so far. It's worked well for me, and yeah, Pirate Ship has been easy peasy. So if you are considering starting a business, definitely weigh your options. You know, I know that there are more platforms out there besides Shippo or Shopify shipping. So it just really depends on what you like, your preferences. If you are okay with people taking out, you know, however much money at one time, then maybe it's easy for you to stick with Shopify. But if you're like me and you're like, if the card has been swiped or if the whatever has been purchased, please remove the money from my account immediately, expeditiously. Then Pirate Ship may be an option for you. Let's see. I think those three things are the basic things that I use to run my business. And I don't know if you all noticed, but all of my videos are around the same amount of time because I don't want to hold you all too long. Although I think I'm incredibly interesting, and what I have to say is also very interesting. I'm not trying to have super long videos. So I'm going to stop there, but I will come back next week with another video, and maybe before then I'll do a story time. We'll see. I'm not sure. My life is 90 miles an hour right now, and somehow, some way today, both of my kids went to sleep at like 8 p.m., which never happens. My 3-year-old is a night owl. So I've been taking advantage of this downtime and getting a lot of work done with Preeminent Soul. We just launched 7 new patterns or 7 new designs in our dress collection. And I think that they're really cool. And so getting some work done with that. I've hired a couple of people, and not like full-time people to do small tasks. But I'm going to do an entire video on how I use one particular platform to help supplement when I am unable to do something, or if I just need assistance. So like I mentioned earlier, I had someone help me build my Shopify website. I got it from this particular platform, and I'm going to do an entire video on how I've used that platform. So you have to stick around to learn more about that. And as always, if you have questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye.